everybody, it's Adam and a little bit of a hungover Andrew. You okay?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I was telling you, I nearly burnt the flat down last night. I've lost me little earphones. I don't know where they've gone. It's a disaster this morning.
You had two glasses of Frangelico.
It don't take me much. Look at me. Have you seen me? Look at this horrible skinny boy right here. It doesn't take much
take
to.
your clothes off.
I won't. Don't worry. It doesn't take much to fill this frame and get me very, very sloshed. So yeah.
I hope you're feeling okay. Get yourself a nice bacon sarnie. No, you're vegan. Get
Can't do
yourself a
that.
nice bread sarnie.
Thanks.
That'll sort you out, mate. Anyway, let's talk about wrestling.
Yeah.
Tegan Nox made her return to WWE last night. WWE have lost a major lawsuit over the Saudi Arabia deal, and AEW wrestlers are going to be pushing for a SmackDown star to join the company. We'll tell you more in a bit. Kicking things off with some very, very exciting news indeed, as Tegan Nox made a return to WWE last night prior to Raw. You won't have seen her on the telly. She faced Toni Storm in a dark match. She's been out of action since September 2020, and it's fair to say that she's absolutely been through the ringer. She's torn ACL in both of her legs. That was her third one, in fact. She most recently appeared on The Bump saying that she was feeling a lot better, she was feeling stronger. Now she's back. But what does this mean? Does this mean that she is going to skip NXT? Is she going to be heading straight to the main roster, as it's believed that the likes of Toni Storm, Karrion Kross, Bronson Reed are going to be doing? Is she going to get the call up too?
I don't know, but and this is the thing, I'm so excited to see her back, but like the thing I want to see Tegan Nox do is get that NXT Women's Championship, because she's been through the ringer. She almost gets there every single time, and then an injury happens, and you can't help but feel so sorry for her. And part of me, I don't know if it's just me being selfish, but part of me doesn't want her to go to Raw. Yeah, I want her to stay in NXT and get that championship she's been after for so long.
Yeah, I agree. I think that'd be a really, really nice moment, because she's had such a rough time of it. She really, really has. I guess one positive, right, if she was heading to Raw, is that it's a bit easier maybe as far as work rate goes. You got. I'm not saying that wrestlers don't have to put the effort in on the main roster, but certainly the work rate on a weekly basis is probably a little bit higher than in NXT. At the same time, I guess she'd be doing house shows as well pretty soon. So there's that to keep in mind. She'd be doing more by being on the main roster. So we'll keep you updated as to where she ends up. I think I'm on your side here, Andrew. I'd like to see her in NXT. I want to see her win that gold. That'd be an awesome moment. Sticking with Raw now, it looks like we know Drew McIntyre's next feud. It's the one that's been reported, been rumoured to be happening. One that people are pretty actually excited about. It's nice to see Drew out of the title picture. What, he'll go and win bloody Money in the Bank now, won't he?
Yeah.
Jinder Mahal. Anyway, Jinder Mahal, who's got a motorcycle now. Shades of Mark Calloway.
Giving it one of them, where he swings his arm. That's Undertaker. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm on top form this morning. Yeah, no.
Just like that. Anyway, Mahal's henchman, Shanky and Veer, causing a DQ, and not just that. He's bloody. They've nicked his sword. They've nicked his claymore.
They've robbed his sword. What's going on there?
It's outrageous.
Disgusting.
So yeah, the rumor is that match is going to be on the card for SummerSlam. It wouldn't be fair to talk about this without bringing up the name of Heath Slater, who deserves to be involved in the match. Bring him in as special guest ref. Do something with him, please, for the love of God. Heath needs to be there. It's a 3MB reunion. Next week's Raw being taped today. This is an interesting one, because they are leaving the Thunderdome, so they're pre-taping this one so they can shift all the kit over. We know a few bits about the show. We've got US title match, Sheamus versus Humberto Carrillo. We've got Falls Count Anywhere match, John Morrison versus Ricochet. We got Eric versus Omos, and we've got AJ Styles versus Ivar. So there's lots and lots happening there. Can't wait for them to get back. to live crowds. It's gonna be different, isn't it? It'll be interesting to see, because interest in wrestling right now as a whole is really, really low. It'll be interesting to see if this puts a few more eyes on the product. To me, I feel like SummerSlam is the start of a new era. That's like the reset button. And that's why they're putting on all these surprises, because they don't want to do that while there aren't any crowds and people aren't necessarily going to stick around. But if Lesnar or whatever, Becky comes back at SummerSlam with huge pops, that might ignite something in people. That might get people watching again. 2 weeks away from interesting Raw title match as well. Announced last night that AJ and Omos will defend their titles against the Viking Raiders, hence those slightly odd-looking on-paper singles matches that we're going to see next week. So that's in 2 weeks' time. Next up, and this is cool, AEW wrestlers are going to be pushing backstage for a certain SmackDown star.
I'm just getting excited because I like him.
Who is it?
It's Chad Gable. Adam, it's Chad Gable. Is it Gable? I don't know what I'm on with here, but Fightful Select, we got an update on Chad Gable's contract. There was heavy speculation this spring about the contract status of Chad Gable after AEW's Dax Harwood tweeted that he'd be available roughly in May. Obviously, that period has come, but we're told that tweet was actually in jest, and Gable's contract with WWE still has plenty of time left on it. And Gables obviously is currently involved in that storyline where he's been coaching Otis and teaming with him. So apparently there's probably still many more bits of that storyline to come. But it would be so good to see him in AEW because he's such a good wrestler.
It really would. The interesting line, we've been told by several AEW wrestlers that if Gable became available, they would push heavily to get him in the company. He's somebody that, don't get me wrong, like American Alpha, awesome stuff. But on the main roster, he's never been utilised right.
No.
Like, I legit think that he could be like the next Kurt Angle.
Oh,
I think he needs a bit of tweaking to not his character so much. I think he just needs to like promos and stuff. You know, like he hasn't got the charisma of Angle.
Yeah.
But he's so entertaining to watch. I can't think of many better like pure wrestlers in WWE than Chad Gable. So if he headed over there, I think they'd use him a little bit better. I think he'd be doing good stuff. But we'll see. On the AEW side of things, again now, Kenny Omega wanting a match with a rather popular AAA star. He's commented on a potential match against El Hijo del Vikingo after Vikingo used Kreutz Wrath at Lucha Libre AAA Worldwide's Verano de Escandalo. Need jacket for this.
Beautiful.
Perfect. But Omega tweeting, the balance and core strength this takes is incredible. With a little more raw power, he could have done it just as good as me. I've said he's one of the best for a reason. Much like Jungle Boy in AEW, I want to crush your future to calling him out. If you're unfamiliar with the move, it's the German basically. He did a bit of loads of
like a electric chair, and then you go, whoa, get him down, and then German.
And speaking from experience, it does take a lot of raw power, as Omega says. But this may be happening, it may be not happening. And a big issue, thanks to Lucha Blog for translating this, by the way, is his El Hijo. El Hijo. Have I been saying El Hijo?
No, you said El Hijo.
I'm not even hungover.
It's fine.
Vikingo, right? His ability to actually wrestle internationally. And yeah, there are visa issues here. He said in an interview, to be part of some other promotion, why not? I've had some independent dates, but to step in the ring of AEW, Impact, to work with them, why not? But he explained that the visa issue stopping him from fulfilling his dream. Because of the visa, I've not been able to step foot in foreign lands, but I want to go there this year, and I know I declare it. This year, I'm going to go international. So fingers crossed that all goes through. I've only seen a couple of bits of his. I actually saw one of him on an Impact show. But one that was taped in Mexico. And yeah, he's amazing. He's amazing.
Their two styles will gel so well together. Just just high velocity, just mental, fast all the time. I think it would be incredible to see that. I would be down to see that. Down.
And we're finishing off with some bad news for WWE as they have come to terms on, they've essentially lost, but they come to terms on a $39 million settlement in federal court in New York over a major lawsuit regarding the Saudi Arabia deal. And so this is the WWE shareholders claiming that WWE misrepresented that Saudi Arabia deal to them, and so they took them to court. And yeah, $39 million, which,
Oof.
don't get me wrong, is a bonkers amount of money. At the same time, they make so much money from these shows. To them, it must just be like, oh yeah, well, it was still worth doing, wasn't it? You know?
Yeah, you know, bit of pocket change in it. That $39 million for them. Vince is like, oh, sorry, let me just get it out of my back pocket, and he's like licking his fingers, going for all his notes.
Split it amongst yourselves, keep the change. Yeah, it is a punishment. Of course, it's a punishment. But it's one of these things. It's not going to derail the Saudi Arabia deal too much. That will no doubt continue. And they will no doubt make a hell of a lot more money from that deal. And there you go. So that's been us. This has been all over the place again, hasn't it? I feel like I say this every second news video now.
I think it's just me. It goes wrong when it's me and you on news, doesn't it? It goes off the rails. But I enjoy it at least. I like chatting to you.
As long as we're having fun, that's all that matters. I've been El Hijo Adam. This has been El Hijo Andrew. El Hijo Drunky. We'll be back in a couple of hours for some more news. So check that out. See you in a bit. Sorry.
Bye.